Could totally be a Pokemon. Hi, everybody.
Hey,
Welcome
everybody.
to the stream.
Welcome to Play to Find Out Magic Dance, episode 2. We're here. We're ready for space stuff. We're talking about Pokemans and things.
Pangolins.
Pangolins and all the stuffs.
Death machines.
I hope you're ready. We have Pian, finally. Well, I say finally, but we had you for episode 0, but not episode 1. So you're back. So that's a good thing. So there's that. We are good for space stuff, and let's talk to our peeps here before we jump into space stuff. Michael, what's up?
Hello, everyone. I'm doing good. I did some work stuff. I did some magic stuff.
Pull some rabbits out of hats.
Pulled some rabbits out of hats. Yeah,
Magic stuff.
Yeah, magic stuff, not the gathering at all. I built a new deck that's really dumb and really weird and has won most of the games I've played with it, unless someone does something really, really stupid.
Or smart, because then that means they beat you.
No. It's not that they beat me. It's that they sabotaged my deck, by the way. But, okay, so...
They cheated.
Basically, it's really bad manners to concede play in a multiplayer format until you've lost, because if your deck is designed well, it gets stuff out of killing people, right? Like you get incremental advantage for people losing.
Okay.
Whether that's incidental life gain or incidental card draw or what have you, you get it benefits.
Okay.
My deck is entirely built off the principle of everybody else fight, I'm just going to sit here and get stronger. So when someone is just instantly like, I concede, my deck loses because I didn't have time to build up. And because even if there's only 2 other players, I didn't have time to like build up resources, because then they just knock one or the other out. One of them knocks the other out, or they're both like, well, this guy's turtling up, let's kill him. And then we'll just have like a legit fight. And so my deck loses. Yeah, I am more likely to lose with this deck if multiple people get eliminated early.
Got it.
I want to keep as many people alive as possible and just kill them all at once.
Nice.
Yeah, other than that, just did some fun stuff with Aristaya. Haven't really done anything new since whatever that show we were on, Long Fall. That show.
Whatever show that was.
Whatever goddamn show that was. I forget the name. It was a show. It was a show. It was exhausting. It was a show. Anyway, but yeah, that's me.
Cool. Smooth Mage, what's up with you?
Woke up. The guy I was go bike shocking with didn't pick up his phone. I'm guessing his phone's dead. So I'm gonna be going solo tomorrow. Went to the gaming shop, watched a Blood Bowl game. The guy who beat the shit out of me last week apologized, and I was like, "Well, it's the nature of the game. People die." And I just put on my shades. Was like, I had to deal with it. I didn't have shades, but I was like,
You had shades in spirit.
Yeah. But the thing about it, he didn't kill my characters that you have to roll 11 to get agility stats on. So I'm not really super sad. Get what I'm saying? It just puts me back a little bit. But my team is a cheap team that, resources are easy to buy. So Amazon's. I'm thinking about what I'm going to play next season. I want to play vampires. I'm so lazy that I have to buy the pieces and get it paid in. And it's like, well, effort, man. Effort.
Right. Effort.
Well, I could just take the same team and be like, I'm playing a different type of human team. They're all nuns again. What's the name of a Pitbull channel? My team, my group I'm GMing is very interesting. They may deal with hags in the middle of the swamps.
Cool.
They watched some guys get tortured and didn't say a thing. It was like, those are very nice ladies. But when you paint the scene of dread instead of making that counter that they can't win, it makes more interesting flavor.
Sure.
Well, when you paint the picture of like there's no hope, all is lost. You don't have to put a big monster that's like indestructible in front of them. You just have to paint that illusion of like you have no chance.
Right.
Go-
It's
But
got to terrify them.
you terrified the hell, which it did when you see a hand come out from a cauldron and then slowly sink back in as the last spark of life drains from it.
Good.
These guys probably effed up somewhere in life. And one guy getting dragged into the temple with a hag. He's like, "No, I have a family." That it just keeps getting better and better.
Excellent.
But yeah, my week has been a lot of Darkest Dungeon. The new expansion for Overwatch came out. I love that Sombra skin. She's sexy. I got enough to buy at least 2 legendary
I actually
skins.
hate all of the skins for the summer games except
What?
for Mercy's.
What?
The
I
only
hate 'em
skin
all.
I like, the only skin I'm gonna pay money for is the Sombra skin. Like that's the only
I think the
one.
Sombra skin doesn't look that good. I really don't think it looks good.
I know. I think it does.
I think
really
she
don't
looks
fight me.
adorable in it. But I'm probably
don't.
I'm stuck between the 76 Dad and the McCree. Because I want 76 Dad, man.
The 76 dad makes me giggle, and
Yes, it's so
I
silly.
like
Come
the
on, the
looks
stakes
of the
are
new
raised.
They're
Mercy,
terrible.
I
Have you
don't
seen McCree?
play
He's got a fucking flare gun. That's awful. It's terrible. I hate it.
It's cheesy. That's why I love it.
Fuck it. I don't get it out of here. I don't want to see it.
It's okay, Pian. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I like cheesy things.
What the fuck? I don't want it.
I like dad jokes. Dad jokes are terrible.
They're not even dad jokes. They're just like shitty son jokes. Like
Come
they got
on, the
nothing.
stakes are raised. Come on, that's a dad joke.
Awful. I think it's a
I-
terrible skin. I hate the skins. Mercy skin fucking gorgeous. Gorgeous.
Marcia skin is sexy.
Gorgeous.
But
Every
what
other
was-
skin can go fuck itself.
I mean, the
I
Mercy
want
skin is
him.
pretty nice, but I
Get
never
out of
play
here.
Mercy, so I don't care.
I mean, I have like 30 hours of Mercy, so like I really care. I think the Junkrat one's terrible. Like I don't think it's terrible. I think it's okay, but I think all the Junkrat skins
I
are
can't
just
lie.
okay.
I think the
Junkrat
Junkrat
doesn't
skin
have-
is okay. It's not great, but just like that's rugby or
Do you
cricket or
know
whatever.
how frustrating it is to be somebody with 80 hours on Junkrat and to not like any of the skins? I have 80 hours on Junkrat, and every single skin, I'm like, it could be a lot better. Like, I can't stand it. Give me a good skin for Junkrat.
I mean,
Please.
I spent 8 months with the Junkenstein skin just because it was my favorite.
It's not even that
but-
good. It's good, but it's not even that good.
Yeah, I know it could be better. I agree. But I switched back to the Voldo skin. I mean the
You're muted, Michael.
Thank you, Liz.
I mean the
Take two.
Jester skin, which
I hate it. I hate it. I hate
Well,
Jester
the other
skin.
thing that came
Fucking
out
hate
I
is-
it.
like the Jester skin because other people hate it.
I like
And
the
also
Jester
it's
skin.
It's not even good. It's not even good.
I don't.
It reminds me of
always
Voldo from Soul Calibur, and just like all I
Yeah.
need is to him to have like that weird like
Oh yeah, I remember playing with him. He's so interesting to play with because you can hit so many people with angles and just walk backwards. Like you don't know where I'm coming at. You know what? Gah.
Mhm.
yeah.
Like,
I think
it's just like the only skin I can stand is the jailbreak skin. That's the only one I can stand. The other, like it's like it's not even that good. It's just okay. It's like it's okay.
It's okay. You get a C plus or B minus. Congratulations, kids.
C plus at
C plus.
best.
C plus at best. Okay.
C
Well,
plus at best.
But the other thing that came out was the Hearthstone expansion. I played Kelsa, my roommate. We've been going back and forth in our matches. Kelsa, I keep rolling shenanigans against her. I can't lie.
It's true, you really did.
I was like,
I almost beat you, and then you got just it was literally luck.
my likes like the harder cards don't feel. Oh, top deck.
You seriously top decked your way to that win. Like I was gonna beat you, but no. But I haven't actually really spent a lot of time building any of the new decks yet. So
I'm playing with the Mage Elemental deck. It seems like it's gonna be a good deck, but I have to find that balance of late game and early game kind of.
mhm.
You gotta find that right balance of like this is how many elementals I need. If I have too many, then it doesn't really do it for the deck kind of thing.
Mhm.
This is one of those things.
No, I feel yeah.
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
Of course, the priest deck is pretty much cut and dry. Like I got the quest and I got the epic hero. It's like there's nothing more I could do with the priest deck. It's done. I still want some of the druid stuff though, man. I want that druid hero for my druid jade, where it could be like super ultra 8 game. I could just keep arming up. Can't touch this. Just see me dance around like can't touch this. Can't touch this. I summon Super Saiyans. Which is kind of because really the golems actually radiate yellow energy. So basically, they just keep like because every time you make a golem, it keeps getting bigger. And there's a card called Jadum Mask that you can either shuffle 3 of the same copy of the card or summon the Jade, and you're comboing it with Auctioneer to make deals. So you just like spam, spam, spam. Super Saiyan 1, Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3, Super Saiyan 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 25. It's over 9,000. It's a silly deck, but it's fun to play.
The thing I do like about Hearthstone is that the freedom that being a digital card game gives it.
You don't have to carry decks.
Well, and then just like they can do stuff with the cards where it's like do something entirely random. Like you can't do that with physical cards, so you can do that or like the ones where it's like become a completely random card or like
I want them to make a raid mode so bad, God, because I used to play that in the old World of Warcraft card game. It was so much fun. I want to make a raid mode. If I'd be like, hey, Kelsa, you busy? Hey, third other person, you busy?
That'd be kind of cool.
To storm that dungeon.
That would be really cool. That is definitely something that is lacking.
Or give us some weird story mode where you like wander around Azeroth with a deck of cards and do shit.
Well, I mean, they've done a couple of like tavern brawls where it's co-op against like a weird like minion that bounces back and forth in the middle. But as far as actually having like multiple people in a co-op in like a raid situation, I think that would be really interesting.
I wouldn't mind.
Is this how you guys feel when I talk about Magic?
Yes, literally exactly like this. It's
Yes.
so similar too because actually less so because I know a little bit about Magic, but
I know Magic. Like when you talk about Magic, I get it, but it's like I cringe because it's like that deck probably costs a lot of money.
It doesn't though. All my decks are under $30.
But how many decks do you have?
20, but you know.
Do you want in paper? Wait, that's not the monitor with my camera on top of it.
I don't.
All the shelves in the middle.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
So yeah, 20.
Thereabouts. Some of them are 100 card singletons. Some of them are not.
And it's just like I prefer not carried around. That's why I only play Blood Bowl as a miniature game because I just need a team. I don't have to carry like multiple like armies and stuff.
Oh yeah, like Warhammer where you have like
Like it seems like fun as hell, but it's like I don't want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I carry whenever I go out to play somewhere, I take 2 decks. I take my commander deck and another commander deck, or my commander deck and a standard deck.
Sure.
Granted, to be fair, Hearthstone does have a rotation thing going on, but you can play Wild. I feel bad for Wild players because they're gonna have all these specialty cards. That's gonna be like you're gonna have this like every legendary possible. Like you just can't lose in Wild because it'd be like, damn. I hate combo decks. Shame on you, MTO. I know you're in a combo decks. Same with you, Tux.
I'm not into combo decks.
What?
I know one of y'all two. Combo.
I'm okay with it. I'm okay. Like every once in a while, I'll do a Johnny combo deck, but it's not an instant win combo.
Oh, those. Yes, I love those.
I'm not a sadist.
I am.
I don't enjoy inflicting pain on others.
My lady is perfecting an OTK deck. Secret Paladin.
There's a lot of OTK decks now because of the set.
Those are fun. I like those decks.
Even though they're tier 2, and granted, I can give it to that. I do love playing the RNG mage deck because I get the balls of like, I don't know what I'm gonna get. This is gonna be fun.
I like playing the RNG mage deck for that same reason because I think it's really, it's fun for me to play just random shit, and also it keeps the other opponent on their toes because they can't plan around what you don't even know is gonna happen.
It's like you're only supposed to have 3 fireballs. Wait a minute.
I like to abuse really obscure mechanics to do broken things. Like that's what I like to do.
Yeah.
And not like instant win broken, just like broken, kind of broken.
But yeah, I apologize. I dragged everybody off subject. Yeah, that's basically my week. A lot of expansions and
got it. Yeah.
The league kicking off this week, so it was like a fun week.
Awesome.
And of course, Darkest Dungeon, man. I'm gonna kill that Baron, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna murder that Baron.
So good.
Awesome. Cool. Kelsa, how about you? How's your stuff been?
Hello. Well, I've also been playing a lot of Hearthstone. Not that much Overwatch. But what I've been spending most of my time doing is working and watching Peaky Blinders, which I'm happy to have finally started to get into, for sure. I really haven't like been playing any other games, and I just haven't been finding the time for it. But I think that's okay.
Mhm.
I mean, obviously, I still have a lot of role playing games that I'm part of. Earlier today, doing a little um, epilogue postmortem on our Firebrands game, Love and Banterville. It was good to put that like to a close, and I'm still sad to see it go. And I definitely feel like we're gonna probably get together and do something in a similar vein in the future because it was really good. So yes, thank you.
It was.
That's it. That's me. I don't really have anything exciting going on. Like, not really.
Got it. Coolio. And Pian, how about you? What's up?
Hello, guys. Not a ton is up with me. I'm living life,
Mm-hmm.
doing stuff, not doing anything really. I'm not even doing much. I'm in 2 shows. That's it. That's all I got.
It's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
I play a lot of Overwatch. I still play a lot of Overwatch. I'm a fan of Overwatch.
Cool. Good.
It is a good game.
That's it.
Yeah, it is.
So one of my coworkers at work was like, Overwatch just never really interested me. And I was like, what? Like, he was like, I never tried it out. It just didn't seem like something I'd like. And I was like, I don't understand the words coming out of your mouth right now.
2 words: deathmatch. Coming.
Like
that's it. That's all. Like I was like, I don't understand. That's all I got. That's me.
Got it. Cool. I picked up again, and I haven't gotten a chance to try it. I'll probably play tomorrow. But No Man's Sky got a really big update that's supposed to actually make it the game they said it was going to be when it came out. So I picked that up because it got a really big update. It's also on sale for less than half of the actual cost. It's like $20 or something like that.
Man, let me know how it goes.
Yeah,
I had a lot of hope for No Man's Sky, and it let me down.
they put up like I forget what like it's like Atlas Rises or something like that is the name of the content thing that they put for it, and like it's a huge update, and like there's like an actual like quest and mission system now. There's a whole other faction that they implemented. There's like missions that generate for you to go do. There's a bunch of extra stuff, and they like fixed things, and so it's supposed to actually be like, when they were like, oh, this is all the stuff you're going to be able to do, and you're like, cool, but then it came out and you couldn't do anything. It's supposed to actually be fairly close to that now. So I'm going to give that a try tomorrow. So that'll be cool. Let's see, what else? I don't think anything else for me. Kelsey talked about our ending Love and Banterville. That was good. We had our postmortem today, talked about stuff. It was definitely good. If you're curious about that, you can go check it out on Kelsey's YouTube when it's up.
It's up.
It's up already. There you go. Go check it out.
Yep.
Wow, Kelsey is so much better at uploading videos than you, Tux.
I know.
I wanted to say that, but I wasn't gonna.
Post-production whatsoever.
There's partially a reason for that because I can't do it within a certain amount of time after I do it on Twitch. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's that.
Let's play some fucking games. All right.
Yeah. Would anyone like to recap what happened last time?
I can try. So we got unless we want to have Dom do it.
You see, what happened was we were on a mission looking for this guy that was an ex-assassin of the something something clan.
The Ashen Knives.
Ashen Knives, you know, knives. We was like, you know, we're gonna take this cab, and this guy had this like, he was doing the voice of a cab driver. It's like, I don't know nothing. I didn't see nothing. Get out my cab. You're at your stop. Nice doing business with you. And then we're like at the thing at the motel, you know, like hacking the computer, and we're like, hey, this place probably been hacked plenty of times. And we're like, oh, he's in room thing. We get to the door, and you know, his MTO's character, which I don't know his name yet, was
Bishop.
Bishop. Okay, Bishop knocks on the door. Dot dot. 1, 2, 3. Kick, and then as soon as he kick, he hears a glass is shattered in the back of the window, and I'm like, well, time to go this way. And you know, Kelsey's character is like, time to gloop this way. It's like, we came around, and like he's trying to get on the bike, and MPO's like, I got you in my sight. Pap. And like completely cut off the motorcycle. And he's like, and we're coming around him and got like a dot going on him. It's like, and we see a kid, and I'm like, time to do a flashback. Wait a minute, he doesn't have a kid. Flashback forward, and it's like, well, you could do this the easy way, you could do this the hard way. And he's like, I choose the hard way. Edgelord, run. And I'm like, well, I'm about to shoot you. And I'm like, nope, I didn't shoot him. And he was like, you know what? I'm about to do the shenanigans, such a cuff, like gun sniper thing. And he's like, pull him back. And I'm like, shotgun to the face. And little kid's running. And then like Goop is like, super mega sonic spin. And it's like spin, catch him.
I forgot.
And it's like hit him, turned into a net and caught her. And it was like, And then she assigned to say super effective because she critted on it.
Yep.
Oh yeah, by the way, MTO did crit on his motorcycle shot. That's why
I believe I also blew up. Yeah, I believe I blew up that motorcycle multiple
we haven't
times.
got to that point. We haven't got to the point yet.
Okay.
I shot needles into the guy to like sedate, and I was like, try to sedate the child, and like Bishop's like, no, she's a child. I'm like, do you want a screaming child? And he's like, you know what? That's okay then. Then we sedate the child. And it's like, there's a motorcycle, but I want that motorcycle. Hey, old man, that's all our stuff that went down. We have a license for this. You want to buy a motorcycle? He's like, I want none of that. And I'm like, okay, fine. Look up pickup truck. And Bishop was like, boom. There's no free lives in life. I mean, free stuff in life. Et cetera, et cetera. Haterade. And then we went to the thing in the cab, and it's like, yeah, you didn't see nothing, cab driver. It's fine. It's like, of course I didn't see nothing. And Bishop's like, you definitely didn't see nothing. He's like, yeah, I did. And then we drop off to the space station. And we're like trying to describe our rocket ship thingy. And we're like, it's kind of like a Cadillac that had guns put on it. You know, it's like Cadillac back from like the 70s. And it's like someone put a trailer on top of it. That's kind of like our ship because it doesn't really match together. Like it could be like 3 ships put together, like the guns on one ship put on top of like a fancy cruiser with like a fancy backport added to it. So it's like, yeah, it works. We're like, it flies technically, I guess, whatever. We're like, oh, don't worry, the patient will be unsedated in 10 hours. I mean, like in 1 hour. And I'm like, oh, I'm about to go check them out. We went to the medical bay, which AKA my room, because I don't think we're that fancy to have a medical bay yet.
Right.
But my room is / medical bay. I got a little hammock in there that I sleep in because I prefer sleeping on there. That's just my humble opinion because, you know, flashbacks, trauma, whatever. Doctor. I examined the girl a little bit because it was like, you're a bot. And I'm like, she gives off pulse. She gives off this. But does she need pulse in this? That's the question, the function. It's like, Bishop's like, let me interrupt your science real quick because I have to be edgelord. And I was like, oh yeah, we woke him up and it was like, hey, you know, you're restrained. You can just talk to us. We know you're a bot. We got you to take you to the people that actually don't want to kill you. Here's a piece of candy. I brought out some biscuits. She's touching all my stuff. And I'm like, why are you touching all my stuff? We went down to the mess hall. They didn't want the cookie and biscuits because they're like, I gave Goop the whole week biscuits because I know it digests faster in her metabolism of Goop. And I gave a little kid a piece of candy, and it's like she don't want none, so I gave the Goop, which was the fancy. I think no, she'd probably get the sugar, the glucose free. I don't know, glucose free candy. But she'd probably like the sugar.
Yeah, that's actually her thing is candy.
Yeah, so it's like the extra sugar edition of like Snickers. Like it's like the caramel Snicker. There we go. Like it has a little bit more sugar than that.
Like super caramel.
Super caramel. This coat is deep fried in Anyway, we get to the they talk about business, and I think that's the part that we get to the thing, and they're about to do the drop off.
Yep. Yeah. So you guys figured out basically you guys got there were two options to where you're going to take Cho and Araini, because there was a bounty from the Engineers Guild, and then there was a bounty, and then there was the kind of, I guess it's technically a bounty, but like a bounty from the Conclave that was like, hey, if you bring her to us, that you know, that'd be cool too. And you guys decided to go with the Conclave. Because like most outlaws, you're not super big fans of the hegemony. But yeah, so you guys are heading to let me grab the name of the place again. It is called the Stray Light, which is like a space. It's basically like a satellite / space station that's like a casino, bar, restaurant, hotel, big fancy, like Vegas in space kind of place. Kelsa disappeared, which is cool. And so, but one thing was, since Pien wasn't in last time, you guys did the mission, just the three of you, and now Pien's back. So I was going to ask what you all thought of, do you think Flora is part of the crew already, or not part of the crew?
Who's part of the crew?
Pien's character, Flora.
Yeah, I think she's already part of the crew.
Well, what does Pien think is more interesting?
I honestly don't know. I usually start with characters that are ingrained in the crew already because I like to play like that. I like to have people to play off of. But I don't care. I'll work with it either way. Whatever. I don't it would be something different for me to be just like, oh yeah, I'm here. It was me. But so like I think that could be cool. But I also think already being a part of the crew could be cool. So honestly, it's up to you guys. I don't mind either way.
Yeah, we can like if you are already in the crew, like you could be like basically you were on the ship and you were like busy with something or sick or whatever during the last job, or if you're not part of the crew, we have a thing where you could meet them on the Stray Light. I guess if everyone doesn't really care.
I would like to hear Kelsa's opinion, but
yeah, but Kelsa ran away.
Right, I was hired through a Credit Saver magazine. Doctor needed for bounty hunter biz.
Yeah, Susha's fairly new.
Me and Ophi are the oldest too.
I guess so. We don't. We won't have to figure out how to bring Flora in after introducing her. Like we could just have her be on the crew, I guess. If you guys are all good with either, I guess we can do that. Cool. Okay. Yeah. So I guess that's a good question then. Flora, what were you doing while they were chasing down this last bounty on Warren?
I want to say like playing poker somewhere, some shit like that. I'm probably. Am I just like randomly at the casino? Like I was like, see you guys, I'll be back later, and then you guys just happen to come to the casino that I was at.
Wait a minute, what the fuck?
What are you guys doing here?
That's part of the reason I thought it would make sense for. That's part of the reason I thought it would make sense for you all to be for you to be new, and we like meet you, and you like save one of our asses or something. Just because it makes sense that you would just be here. But totally.
I kind of like that. Yeah. So you guys, yeah, so Flora's like already a member of the crew. And basically was just kind of away during this job. She left, and then you guys did this thing and are going to the Stray Light. And then yeah, so I think we our show starts, and we see the magic dance kind of like flying with Warren in the background. Warren is basically like a moon that's like the entire moon is one city, and it orbits around this big gas planet called Aleph. So like we see this big like blue and green planet in the background with the moon that you guys are leaving kind of as you fly up, and you go around Aleph for like a few hours. To like another like a big, and we kind of the camera turns as you guys pass it, and then we see you coming up on this space station. Excuse me. Where it's like a collection of domes, kind of. So like there's like a really big dome in the center, and you see this like really nice, fancy looking hotel, looking building, and then there's a bunch of other domes like kind of connected to it, which is where like the ships come in and dock. So like a bunch of like separate docks, and then like trams or whatever take you into the main one, and you guys are coming up on one, and there's no like anything to like land or anything. You connect to them, get a spot, fly down in, and so you guys like come down in on one of these extra domes that are connected to the main one. And yeah, you have landed on the Straylight station. So you're in this separate dome. You guys can take a tram to the main one where the actual casino is. And yeah, what are you guys gonna do now that you're here? Ophi, now that you're back.
Thank you. Sorry.
Yes, we decided that Flora's already a part of the crew. During the last job, just kind of was like, you guys can handle this. I'm just gonna go do something, and wasn't, which is kind of not there. And so you guys figure, we'll drop off this bounty and go back and pick her up or whatever.
Gotcha.
And yeah, you guys have landed on the Straylight, and you guys are on this like separate dome, which connects to the main one via like a tram or whatever. And you have just landed. What are you gonna do?
I think Bishop looks at Cho and is like, "You're not going to do anything stupid, right? We're not, I'm not going to have to get the zip ties back out. Like we're like good."
No, I'm fine. We're here, so let's just go.
Okay. What's the little girl's name again?
Ara Ini.
All right, Eni. Did we make arrangements with our contact, like to meet them
Yes.
here?
Basically, you go. You're supposed to go to the front desk and tell them that your name is Reggie Watts, and they'll like give you a key or whatever to the room that you're gonna meet them in.
Okay. I mean, I think just going and turning in the bounty right now is our best bet. So.
Yeah.
Are you ready to go?
Sure as hell, my name isn't Reggie Watts.
You can be our friend, man, Bishop. Sorry, Reggie.
It's okay, Ophi. Names are confusing.
They are. It's true.
So we like go there.
Cool.
So
you
go
get
to
off
the front desk.
on this like tram, zoom across this thing and see the like casino like getting bigger as you approach. It's I'm not sure if like casino styles, but like I guess it probably looks like what's the Caesar look like? Because for some reason I'm picturing.
And you were in you lived in Las Vegas for like 3 months. You know everything about casinos, right?
I know everything about casinos.
Right?
Everything. I stepped foot in exactly 0.
Yeah, that's how you know everything about them.
So I know everything about
There we
them.
go. Yeah, that's yeah. So it looks like Caesar's Palace, like this big, like not pillars, but like kind of like separate things. Then it's got like this big roof, like tons of windows and everything like that. And this like big grand entranceway with like where the trams are kind of like pulling up, and then people get off, and like it's almost kind of like an airport. Like some people have like people waiting for them, like oh, the so and so party, like you guys come with me because you're our VIPs or whatever. No one's waiting for you because you guys are nobodies. Yeah, so the train like pulls up into this big fancy looking entranceway with like the big like revolving doors. There's a bunch of doors of different sizes, like basically any species that like is kind of like a known like registered hegemony race has an entrance that they could potentially fit into. So there's like really big doors for the new boar. There's like weird shaped ones for the Kritikman, and like there's like different sizes and shapes of doors that like anyone can fit into. Yeah, and so as you guys are walking in, you see two. There's a new boar, which for you and the audience, the new boar are like basically if you took an iguana and a gorilla and just kind of mushed them together and then like handed that to somebody, that's what a new boar would be. So like they're like got,
Wait,
like
a what and a gorilla?
an iguana.
An iguana and a gorilla.
An iguana and a gorilla. So like they've got like the fronts of their body are like really big and the back of their bodies are kind of like smaller. Like they move around mostly on their front, like their front arm legs are mostly for like moving, and the back ones are kind of like stabilizer legs. And so they've got like scales and then like fur on their backs, like big, like a kind of like they're like spine antenna kind of things coming out.
Like the Dilophosaurus from Jurassic Park.
Kind of, but like it's mostly just on like the back of their head, like this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, then they kind of got like sharp teeth and like a big face and everything. So a new boar and a human, they're both in like suits with like a little like patch for the Stray Lights logo on it, and in between them is Flora. So can you describe what Flora looks like?
So Flora is a pretty bigger person, not like really like big, but very like lots of muscle, lots of very tall. One of my
Flora is swole, you might say.
Yes, Flora is a swole. I hate that.
Good.
Kind of like hair that's pulled back. You've got hair that's pulled back, but you can't really tell how long it is. And they're wearing like white dress shirt, black suspenders, shirts pulled up, and just sitting there.
Yeah, Flora's also a Kai, so what's her skin like color and everything right now? Like the standard blue or?
Yeah, it's kind of like a not really gray blue, but like blue with a tiny like little like hint of like gray in there.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
With the fiber optic hair and everything.
Yeah. The weird
the
little
bits.
It's actually like I guess like if you've seen those like weird fiber optic things that like have all the stuff and you can like make lights go through them. They're technically clear, but enough of them together look vaguely white. It's kind of like what I'm imagining the Kai's hair to look like. So yeah, that's what her hair looks like, and it's like in a pulled back fashion. And yeah, there's a human guy and a new boar like walking with Flora in between them. And as you get closer, you hear the human telling Flora since you threatened that person, we're going to have to ask you to not step foot on the casino floor for the next week or so.
Oh, come on,
that's not. We have policies, we have rules in place.
I just told him I would smash his head into a wall.
The new boar next to you.
He was fucking cheating, and you had made something.
The new boar gives like a noise and just kind of like steps next to you, and you feel his giant arm kind of pressing into you.
My arm grows a bit, and it's like, believe me, I can take care of myself.
Well, we're not worried about you. We're worried about the other patrons of the establishment.
I think
I've got nothing to worry about if they haven't done anything
and
wrong.
so you guys come up on basically like in this giant lobby. You guys come up and see this happening.
I think I kind of like I extend a pseudopod and like make a like flicking gesture to Bishop and Shusha and our bounty to like go take care of that, and I'll take care of this, and I kind of break off from them and like blob my way over towards Flora.
Bishop
And
pulls his like cap down a little bit more and keeps walking.
yeah. And so Ophi comes up, and Ophi's probably like half the height of Flora, maybe. And they are like,
Ophi.
"Oh, good, you found her. Come on, Flora, let's."
Get. I guess. Is there a pronoun that gels use, or would it just be?
We discussed this, and I've been back and forth on what pronoun would be appropriate, and I think I'm just gonna go with the singular they.
Okay, got it. Yeah. I was thinking because I was thinking what someone would. Yeah. So I think because space is weird and space gender is weird. I think what basically if they don't know you, they would refer to you like so. Basically, like looks down to you as you come up, like, hello, honored guests. Do you know this person?
Yes, this is a member of my crew. I will be taking.
What are you guys doing here?
Custody of her from here.
All right.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, remember the plan.
I'll just. Thanks for the escort, guys. I'll be.
All right. Just know. She's
Mm-hmm.
not allowed to step foot on the casino floor for the next.
I'm already walking away.
There's like this like up and down motion of the blob of jelly that is like kind of equivalent of a nod. And we'll follow out with Flora so that we can get, if not back to the ship, then somewhere not in the casino.
Oh, you're not going to go with them up to drop off the bounty, or
she can come with us. She just can't go out onto the casino floor.
Yeah, because like there's the actual like.
Okay.
Yeah, because there's like the lobby and the hotel and like the restaurant and bar and stuff, and then there's like the actual casino where you play the games. Basically, that area, Flora's not allowed in because.
Gotcha. Well, then if she's allowed in that area, in that case, I think Ophi will like reach a slimy pseudopod up to Flora's arm and like wrap around it just enough to like get her attention. And like redirect back around to meet up with everybody else.
Where are we going? What are you guys doing here? What?
We've got a bounty. We're turning in here.
That's something, I guess.
When Reese Bishop sees this, he like waves and she's like, "Get yourself in trouble with your charming disposition again."
I didn't do nothing. Some fucker was putting an ace up his sleeve. I'm not gonna stand for that bullshit.
Please keep your voice to a reasonable level while we're on the job.
Just because you can't talk any louder than you do, don't mean that I have to talk that quietly too.
You are the most aggro Kai I have ever met. I kind of like it. Just so you know.
Then Flora.
While we're on a job. How many times do I have to tell you that?
I'm not flirting. It's a sign of respect.
Flora, you see, standing with your crew is a gruff-looking, dark-skinned man, human, kind of just like regular street, like he's got like a jacket and like a t-shirt and like kind of just regular pants. And then, did you see Logan? Pian?
Flex, you need to fix that.
Did you see Logan?
Logan 10 fingers?
No.
Liz.
The movie about Wolverine.
Oh God no.
Okay.
Liz,
so
you're amazing. Don't ever change.
The movie Logan, basically the little girl from that, but like aged a little bit. So like the girl in our game is like maybe like 11, 12 or something like that. But looks that's the image in my head is kind of her, but like aged a little more.
Logan, little girl.
Just search X22.
23.
23?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, so basically like a mini Cara Delevingne.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so those two are standing with your crew. The girl looks at you and looks at the crew and then looks at you.
And you
You slipped into your Naley voice.
did I?
Yeah.
And you
Joe. And the guy like just gives a nod. The girl like
I was talking to the girl.
sighs and looks to the side.
Reese Bishop looks over at Joe and is just like, one track mind.
And then she walks over and looks up at you, and like, you yell a lot.
Why is that the first thing that everybody fucking tells me?
I like it.
Oh.
It's because you're loud.
I'm Ara.
I like the idea that gels just don't do sarcasm, and so everything comes off really snarky and they don't mean it to be.
Cool. So then, are you guys is when you gonna go up to the front desk?
Yeah, I'll go up to the front desk and be like, what's my cover identity again?
The name's Reggie Watts.
Reggie Watts. So Reggie
You better Reggie watch
Bishop
yourself.
Watts walks up to the front. Walks up to the front desk. I don't know who's working over
Yeah, it's a Kai at the front desk. She kind of like a feminine appearance, like a kind of like the dress code of all the employees is kind of like suit-ish. So like she's kind of got like a pantsuit isn't the right word, but like
nice clothes.
Yeah, like nice looking clothes, and then there's like a little like logo of the stray light on it. And yeah, that goes where you give her the name, and she like looks it up, and then like, oh, of course, and then she like gives you a little like space equivalent of a hotel key, like a little like like a little RFID like square thing. And then points you to like she points you to like the nicer elevator. Because like they have like the normal elevator that goes up and like a line of those, and then there's like a really nice looking elevator. And like you're actually you will be you have the governor's suite. So
my agent is the best at booking.
You hear a loud voice from the back. Now that's what I'm talking about.
Please forgive my friend.
Yes, if you have anything you need.
Yeah, actually, someone looking to have a little bit of fun. Obviously, this is a casino. Like, the whole place is fun. Your job's to tell me the whole place is fun, right?
Yes. Well, what sort of fun do you mean?
I kind of like to meet people.
Okay, I think at this point that Opie is gonna come up and again do the thing where like wraps pseudopod around your arm because they don't really have hands.
Yeah, just a part of the gel, just kind of like.
And it's like, what did I tell you earlier? One, you.
If you just feel free to give us a call if any of you need anything.
Yeah, can I get your number?
Tug.
It's being dragged away, and it's just like toodles.
I nod to the young lady at the thing and just keeps going.
Yeah, but yeah, she nods, very very polite, very good at being a front desk person. So
he gets hit on a lot,
I'm sure.
Can we go to the casino now?
You're banned from going to the casino floor.
Says who?
What'd you do?
Got a job to do.
All right.
I yelled at some fucker who was putting some aces up his sleeve. Was just no.
Look,
well, if he was a fucker, then he probably deserved it.
Exactly right. See, I like this little girl.
I feel like this is like us. Like this is the doors of the elevator closing on us in the lobby on this conversation. We go up to wherever the room is.
So yeah, it's very fast. So you get a little bit of like a stomach press down, like because it just like shoots you up to like the top of the casino, and then it gives like a, and the door like kind of opens up, into a very big, very nice like suite. Yeah, like you like your the door of your elevator goes into the room, basically. Like this elevator is just for this room. And so you like, it opens into this like kind of like a little entry room, and you can see going from there like a giant big ass living room, like rooms off of that, like probably like multiple bathrooms and stuff. And then coming out of the like kind of coming into this room from the living room, because they heard the elevator coming up, is like a very tall, lithe Urbot. Like kind of like a, you've seen this android frame before as kind of like librarian / data kind of person, like
kind of like a taller C-3PO.
Kind of, yeah. Like
I'm imagining like the Kaminoans from Star Wars.
Yes, actually, yes, that's exactly what I was thinking. Actually, like very like kind of like a square, like with like a squarish head, like that very tall and very like not lanky, just like very skinny limbs and such. And they're kind of like, their parts are like angular instead of kind of being round.
Is me having an Urbot following me around going to get me in trouble here?
No, Urbots are like they're kind of they're kind of like droids and such in Star Wars, where like droids are a thing. Droids with sapience are not necessarily a thing. Well, they are, but like it's not. It's
like I get the impression that Vi is sapient, or at least mostly sapient.
Yeah, and but Vi is, but has to pretend to not be sapient around like in public or whatever. Otherwise, the hegemony and the Engineers Guild would be like, "Hey, there's something wrong with your Urbot. Don't worry, we'll take her. We'll refresh her cache and her memory. She'll be right as rain." Like, it's a thing to just wipe an Urbot's memory and then just put them back to do their job, because that's what you're supposed to do with them. But then you don't, because
because that's terrible.
Right, exactly. But yeah, the hegemony, they're not people to the hegemony, so they're just robots. But yeah, so yeah, having Vi flying around isn't a big thing at all, basically, as long as she doesn't get into a conversation about philosophy or whatever, or like kind of indulge that has thoughts and such.
I'm more worried about this Urbot being like, you have a Urbot slave.
Oh well, I mean, I guess if you started treating Vi like a slave, then sure. But like,
I don't treat her like a slave. I
no,
just
yeah,
wanted to make
yeah,
sure
yeah.
there wasn't that like snap.
No, like
reaction.
no. Yeah, seeing Vi being here isn't just gonna be like, you son of a, and then start like fighting or anything. It's because, yeah, like but yeah, like I said, it might be if you started being like, go do this, Urbot, but like, yeah, I'm sure if you call her Vi, it's gonna be, calling her Vi is already a step towards you don't see her that way. Like, normally Urbots are like they'll have like a designation or like a thing, or it'd be like they would just be servant, go do this or whatever. But yeah, so this tall Urbot steps out of the living room into this room and like bows. Greetings, I am Zazu. You are the group, and then looks over and sees Ara, and then kind of like you can tell like this body isn't supposed to have a face, but Zazu has one, like kind of just like a customized version of this body, of this mech's face, and so like the eye is kind of like instead of like moving parts, it's kind of like a light that like goes on and off as Zazu talks. And then the eyes kind of like give a big bright as they see Ara, and then say, Ara, you're safe, and then kind of like moves over. Ara like goes over, like hugs around Zazu's legs, and then looks back, and then like Zazu like leans up and, thank you for bringing her here.
Bishop, who is still like midway through the most proper bow, comes back up, like says, "No trouble at all.
I'm
sorry about the bruises on that one." And he points at Cho. There was a little bit of confusion in our initial meeting.
Zazu like looks at Cho and just kind of nods, And then like Cho's like, name's Cho. Like then he looks at you, Bishop, and is like, yeah, they don't actually know me, so.
Oh. So then we're all meeting for the first time except for you two. Bishop, and he like offers a hand.
Yeah, Zazu walks over and like shakes it.
Flora just kind of like does the like head nod. Flora, how are you? That was terrible. Fucking awful. Way to go, me.
Opie is specifically waiting for everybody else in the crew to introduce themselves. And I think that this is something that we've done before. So Shusha would know that she needs that they need to step up before part of the introduction process.
Okay. Sushi honorably bow nods. Sushi.
And this is our fearless captain, Ophi.
Captain Ofubop. And Ophi makes an effort to like form up from the gel body into a vaguely humanoid body, which makes them like much thinner, and they're it somehow manages to make their little vest that they wear actually fit better. Even though it looked like it fit fine, but then all of a sudden when there's a vaguely humanoid shape, it suddenly makes sense and like extend out the arms and everything, and like offer a pod hand to Zazu.
Cool. Yeah, and Zazu like basically however everyone else greets, Zazu like responds in that way. So like like shook Bishop's hand, give Flora like gets like another like an up nod in return. Susha gets like a bow, and then walks over and gives Ophi a handshake. It's good to meet all of you. I expect you'll be wanting your payment.
That's what we are here for. Yep.
Of course. Just a moment, and then leaves.
After the handshake, after he leaves, like back into little blob.
So, looks at God, I keep forgetting the little girl's name.
Araini? Oh, she's not there.
Araini left.
You hear from one of the bedrooms, like into the thing, you hear, they have a water bed.
You see me walk over to Cho and give him like a kind of a tube of medication. And I say, apply to your stitches and wounds 2 times a day. Make sure to keep it dry, and should be fine in 2 weeks.
Yeah, thanks.
This
Vi,
says you're welcome.
Can you
keep going?
Vi, can you let the little one in there know to keep Resin Hill?
Sure.
Vi would know what that means. It's basically me saying, like, it's Bishop's way of saying, good job, I like you, stay out of trouble, but have fun.
Yeah, I got it. And then, like, just is, like, kind of, like, floating near you and, like, shoots the message off or whatever. Zazu comes back in and, like, hands Ophi a, like, a cred chip or whatever. And, when you check it, it's got 3 cred on it.
So the cred, like, pseudopod comes out, the cred chip like goes into their hand, like it goes into their hand and then it goes into their hand, and then you can like see it floating up the length of the pseudopod as it comes back in at the same time, and then it disappears underneath their little vest.
I still have not gotten used to that, but it's okay.
You see me looking outside the balcony area. Is this looking at the scene? Well, this is a space station, right?
Yeah. So you you're like, if you're like out looking out like by the balcony, there's like a big balcony kind of looking over like the pool and like outside area. So there's like this big like, I think it's probably like several pools. Like it's not one big giant pool or anything like that. There's like a pool, bunch of hot tubs. There's probably like a wave pool in the back, like a little like a little water park area, not like a giant one with a bunch of big slides, but like a few little slide things or rides or whatever. Because this place is like really big, so there's like this whole back area and like bars and stuff. And then you have this good view of this really good view of Aleph and like the big blue and green kind of gas planet that's kind of right that the straight light's orbiting.
You see me just absorbing the atmosphere, like, smells different here.
Just you. Are we? Is this like the room we're staying in, or are we like under the impression that we need the GPS?
Oh no, yeah. As you like, so yeah, once Ophi gets paid, and then Zazu says, well, Ara and I are going to be heading off. So this room is paid for at least a couple days. So if you'd like to use it, if you can feel free.
Sounds good. Thank you so much.
Hey, Shepard. No, fucking, I used your accent for some reason. I hate myself. What was even was? Give me a second.
Bishop?
My name is Bishop.
Bishop?
It's okay. It's a new game. Everyone's getting used to names.
I said, well, that's because Bishop is a playoff of Shepard, but yes.
Yeah. Give me, no, I need to get the voice back. Go ahead, guys. Talk
Okay.
so.
Yeah. So like Zazu, like, Ara, we're gonna head off. Then you're like, oh, and then like moving from the back, heading over to Zazu and kind of like stands next to her.
Hey, Zazu, you know a mechanic named Triv works for you guys?
Yes, I do.
Tell her Bishop says hi if you run into her.
Of course.
Thank you.
Well, if there's not anything else, the two of us will be heading off.
I think Bishop reaches into his belt and pulls out like a little like concealable like Walther PPK blaster and just hands it to the little girl and it's just like, you're gonna need this.
No, I think that like you hand it out to hand to the little girl and she's like really excited, and then a teal pseudopod comes and like snatches it and is like, this is not a good idea.
Aw.
It's loaded with blanks.
Why shouldn't she have some fun?
Worst idea.
Let her have it. Why shouldn't she have some fun?
I'll just make it.
You do realize we were hired to hunt her, right?
I mean, right? I know.
I didn't take part in that job. I was just...
You didn't. And it's probably a good thing because knowing you would have.
Ara walks over to you, Ovi, and you're like, since you're both kind of like shorter, maybe she's like even like a little bit taller than you, I guess if you like move you, but yeah, she walks over to you and like leans in to like where your face would be, and just like narrows her eyes and is like, next time you see me, I'm gonna have a gun. I'm gonna show it to you.
I like this girl.
Get a good one.
That's good to know.
You don't want to save money on guns, okay, kiddo?
On us, we're your friends.
I bet you by the end of this trip, I can get you a gun.
This one.
You do not want to make a bet with her. It's a bad idea.
It's
bad
like
idea. The last
Zazu kind of like, okay, we're gonna head out now. So
See you, Zazu.
Hey, let the girl answer. Hey, wait, no, get back.
she Ara gives you that looks back, gives you like a big thumbs up, and then walks over to the like the pad thing in the elevator, and puts her hand on it, and like you can see like because like basically since this only goes to the lobby and this room, there's basically just like up and down button. When she puts her hands on it, the text and stuff starts to go like, and like it start like a bunch of like terminal text starts appearing and it like morphs and stuff, and then you see like a schematic of the elevator shaft and like a different thing, and like it starts to move, and then the doors close. Ara looks back and gives you all a big wave, and then the doors kind of shut.
Why do I have a
He's
feeling?
like, I gotta find a gun.
Is Cholo still here?
Yeah, Joe's just kind of standing there. He's been quiet.
I absorbed that. How many rooms are in this?
It's like the biggest suite in this hotel. So like probably like 5 or 6 bedrooms and like 3 or 4 bathrooms or something like that.
You see me grab one of the rooms and I like just sit down and start looking at some like medical journals on human behavior of like what is it to adopt a child.
It's oddly specific. I feel like this is a good place to take a break.
Yeah, sure.
I drew Stan and Ophi too.
Oh,
Awesome.
Stan and Ophi.
it's amazing.
Cool.
Terrible
Yeah,
twist.
so we're going to go to a break. We're going to come back and do like the downtime stuff because you guys have downtime
Brilliant.
now.
I would love some downtime.
You guys got paid, but we'll do the actual official payoff part when we come back. So yeah, see you all in a little bit.
See you in a bit.